Hey there, welcome back. Now today we're looking at a brand new type of camera from Reolink. This is a battery-powered floodlight camera. Now the question I asked is, can a floodlight camera really be run off batteries with a solar panel? So just to be upfront with you, as always, I'm telling you that Reolink did send me this device free of charge, but this is definitely not a sponsored video and they have no idea about what I'm going to say. So this is a 2K 4 megapixel HD resolution camera with 150 degree wide field of view. It offers color night vision and 33 feet IR vision. Looking at the specifications, the resolution is 2560 by 1440. It has an f2.2mm fixed focal length lens. The floodlights offer up to 1000 lumens with a color temperature from 3000 to 6000 K. It has a battery capacity of 7800 milliamps with a 3-watt solar panel. So this is a pretty funky looking camera. We've got the two floodlights, which as you can see can pivot up and down and to the sides. On the front we have two microphones. We have our lens, our infrared, and on the top we have this 3-watt solar panel. On the rear side we have our ring mount for the base. On the underside we have our PIR detection sensor, and then we have our USB-C, which can be plugged in there for charging, as well as our SD card, which can handle up to 512 gig SD card, and we have our power button as well. Along with this is supplied the ball mount. Once you've powered up the camera, open up the Reolink app. I'm going to be adding mine to the Home Hub Pro. So I press the little plus button over here and I select add device. As you can see, it's found it over there. So I'm going to select add and confirm. Click the next button. Now it's initializing. We'll give it a name. I'll call it the backyard. Next, next, and done. We'll give it access. And there we go. It's all connected. Mounting the camera was super easy. Just use the two provided screws to fix the base onto any wooden surface and then screw on the camera mount tightly so that it's all secure. The first thing that I really love about this camera is having the solar panel integrated into the unit so that you don't have to have a separate cable. The camera footage is pretty good. I really like the way it's picking up detections of both myself and my cat Peggy over here. I'm really excited to see what Reolink's going to be doing in the future with the AI hub that is going to be launching before the end of the year. I've connected this directly to my Home Hub Pro, but you could be recording the footage on the local SD card. As you can see, even though it's only 10 to 8 in the morning and we've got very little sunlight, the battery is already charging. So even though it's not been charging all night, the battery is still sitting at 99%. Nighttime image is pretty good. As you can see, the moment the spotlight comes on, we suddenly get that awesome color night vision. As you can see, I'm trying to catch my cat before I go to work. This is always fun and games. As with all Reolink cameras, the Home Assistant integration is fantastic. We can control both the floodlight and the siren from over here. We have access to our fluent stream coming through, and then we have sensors for each of the individual vehicle, person, and animal detections. We can even adjust the sensitivity level for each one of those detections. We can select the floodlight between auto, color, and black and white mode. We can select to have email on events and also show that the firmware is up to date. We can control the floodlight event mode as well as the adaptive mode. Infrared lights can also be adjusted as well as turning them on and off. We can set whether we want to record locally in Home Assistant and adjust the PIR sensitivity. We also have access over things like recording of audio, siren on events, status LED, and volume. Having a look at the alarm settings, this is where you set up your detection. So first of all, we've got the motion mark, which is a beta function. This is where it draws that box around any moving objects that it detects. Then we have sensitivity, so we can individually control sensitivity here for animals, vehicles, and people. We can also go and select object sizes by person, animal, and vehicle. So I could, for example, select a small object say for example, so that it would only pick up items larger than a certain object size. So as you can see, we can set a minimum and a maximum object size. So that, for example, I could use to say I only want to detect animals bigger than my cat, for example, so it would pick up if any dogs came onto my property. We can also set up a no detection zone, so we can go along there and we can set out our no detection zone if we wanted to do that. So in summary, I think this is a really great option if you've got an area where you need a good floodlight camera that is going to give you good light, but you don't have any power options to supply power directly to the camera. Let us know what you're using in the way of cameras, and if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.